We're live.
Hockey Nation fans, welcome back to the special edition of the Hockey Nation Live show about the World Junior Championship. Happy New Year, everybody. This is Coach Francis directly from the booth, and we have to go in to find our co-host directly from the West Coast, Michael Devillano.
Morning, Pierre.
Happy New Year, Michael.
Happy New Year, Pierre.
First day of 2021. Cannot start this beautiful, great, blessing year with talking about hockey. Honestly, we are not only 5 days of the World Junior Championship winner, but also we are 13 days of the upcoming season of NHL when the puck is going to drop that day. So I can wait to see also the NHL back day after day, because it's going to be a great couple months after that. So really interesting. But before we go talking about NHL, today is all about the World Junior Championship, and we have to honestly to mention we have no game today. It's a day off for everybody before the second round, and honestly, yesterday was the last day of the preliminary round, and they have a couple of surprises there. And but let's start with the first game of the day, where it was honestly another one way. I can call this like a one way, where it was on 7-0. If you see the final score between the Czech and the Austria. I don't know the final stop save by the goalie for Austria. I did not, at some point it was over 180 something. I did not get the final, but maybe the player learn the most and they grow the most during that tournament is maybe that goalie from Australia where the part was
played well. Austria goalie played well.
I know. It was like, poor guy.
They don't have the skill to play with the teams at this level. I mean,
no,
you can see the difference is pretty dramatic. Like the puck skills aren't there. They can't make passes. They can't keep up. It looks like they can skate, but then it's interesting how much the game has changed. Like everybody can skate, but the puck skills are really, really important now.
54 shot against yesterday. Versus 50.
It's pretty amazing to see, because I think in the past you would have seen one team way faster than the other, but now it's like they just can't do anything. They can't compete at the puck. And
again for the Czech, I think it was great to see. I think Martin Lank he's getting more points during that tournament, and I think he's one of the best players from the Czech with Jan Mazak for sure.
Mirzak. Is he drafted, Mirzak? I don't know if he's drafted yet. Is he drafted?
Yeah, Montreal Canadiens, second round, 43.
No, the other guy, Mrazek. Not Jan Mizak.
I don't know. One player I did not see a lot for the Czech is Martin. Is it Az? HAS?
Yeah, he's a defenseman.
Yeah, I did not see very well about that. But overall, different score yesterday, 6 different scorer. And, good performance for them. I think the finished their tournament over there permanently to go. Now, like anything else, their steps going to be higher now. They have to play in Canada, if I remember right.
For sure.
So it's going to be, one way again. Every game against Austria this year was everybody was almost unfortunately, but again, Czech respond to this game and he just scored 7 goals. It was 0-0 after the first game. Was a little bit after the first period. It was a little bit surprised me, honestly. But I'm
confused by the player. By the way, the guy I'm thinking of is on Slovakia.
Okay.
This guy, we were talking about Jan Misak. This guy. Got it. Yeah, I got him mixed up. Sorry. Novak played well, I thought. Misak is solid. Gut was, our guy was a little quiet, but Tepley's a very good player. You can see he's going to be a good player.
Yep.
So the next game is going to be if Canada plays the way they did against the Finns, then it's going to be tough for anybody to beat them.
Talking about that was the second game of yesterday between Canada and Finland at 2:30 at 2 o'clock p.m. No, we are 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time yesterday. Canada, I don't know if Canada is so much superior or Finland did not showing up.
No, they overwhelmed them. I mean, Canada dominated play
completely. They didn't.
It was like
did not give any to them, honestly. 18 shot for Finland versus 36 from Canada. What about Finland again? Brad Lambert to score again another goal in that tournament. What maybe the second youngest player in that tournament, maybe?
He's a really good player. He can shoot the puck. He's real patient from that circle when he has the puck. He can play make very well. Like, he's an interesting player.
I think we have to give credit for Canada on that one for Tourigny head coach. The way I want to mention what I think they did very well to controlling the first line from Finland, like Lundell, honestly. And I think they did well about that. So, they did not give any. Lundell have only one shot. We did not see him. He tried, but it was always someone on him all the time. I was impressed with the speed of the Canada. Yes.
Canada was, they were in their face constantly. They were not giving up the puck when they had it. I think they laid off a little bit as the game went on. Like, I think the score doesn't tell how much they dominated play.
I agree with you.
I think they had did they finish the first period? Did they give up 5 or 7 shots?
I'm not remember. The thing I would say, the change also from Canada. Remember, like you mentioned to us like a couple of days ago, where Canada was trying to do too much the fancy play or the play where an extra pass where you should shoot to the puck to the net.
Yeah.
And I think yesterday that's what they did. They really, shooting from everywhere, and I think that pay more. They pay more for the team, pay off for the team about that. I think that's helping. And then another goal and power play. I think again this game is just like I feel like Barham a step over everybody else. When he control the puck on the blue line, go backwards or crossover backwards.
He's so good.
He's so fast. He can beat some people far forward by other players skate forward. So really impressive by Canada yesterday. Showed they have another step for everybody else. And then we thought at some point Finland's going to hanging with them, but honestly, the score don't show exactly. I agree with you.
Look at the shots, Pierre. They gave up in the first period 1 shot. They outshot Finland 17-1 in the first.
Yep.
18-6 in the second, and then you can see they just took the gas off. They just stopped pressing them. They just let them up, but they, not enough to lose control of the game. But it wasn't like Finland took over. They just let them, they kind of relaxed a little bit.
Good performance also for the goalie from Finland, Pioinen.
Oh, he played well.
You know what I mean? Like the first period, I'll be honest with you, the first period after the first period could be 4-0 Canada.
I thought and actually I was going to say this, which is they got an empty netter from Cousins.
Yeah.
But for a while there, I was like, man, run the score up a little bit. It was 3-0 after the first.
Yeah.
And it was they just kind of sat on it in the third. They weren't too worried about it. So I don't know if they were just mailing it in.
Good performance, the Cousin again. I think he's getting more consistency game after game. You can see his talent showing up more compared to the rest of the team. That's where he wear the seat, to be honest with you. And performance for him. Levi just do exactly his job, save, game after game. He play all the games so far. I think he's going to go all the way to the end until the team losing go to gold medal. But overall, good performance for Canada. They have to get there to win, and they finished their Premier League with 4 wins, and Finland finished with 3-1. They finished second in the Pool A. So that's bring us to the game number 3. Yesterday, it was like like we said yesterday, it was maybe the best the game, the most important game of the day, where it was like the winner of that game is going to finish first for the pool number B, and surprised me. I don't know. You have to tell me if it's Sweden's struggle now since the game against Russia now back to back, or is it United States step up and they completely neutralize Sweden?
It could be a combination. I think that the goalie surprisingly was not sharp, and so I don't know.
The first goal was terrible. It was a little bit terrible. One on the goal line almost like behind the goal line, hit the pad, go inside. Because you said, okay, he gave the goal for the pad, but prior to that one, it was an easy wrist shot for someone, or slap shot. He did not save it. He just put the glove there. The puck goes straight in the corner. That's how he scored the first goal. After the rebound in the corner.
I mean, maybe I really wonder, because Wallstead went in and he shut the door, and he played great the day before, and we know he's highly ranked, and he played great against Russia.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I was very surprised, because Avonstad was great last year, and he's a good goalie. He's drafted by Florida, right? The other goalie, the Swedish goalie, because both goalies in the game yesterday, Spencer Knight and Avonstad, the Swedish goalie, are Florida draft picks. And I thought he would have been a lot better. So I just don't think he was sharp. I think that was kind of a difference maker. Zegras, of course, was great. Like Trevor Zegras has just been amazing for the U.S. And it was nice to see Turcotte get on the board, but in the end, all pucks go through Zegras. You're on mute. I don't know why you're on mute. Is your computer knocking you?
Yeah, possible. I would say like he's getting more and more involved right now with points behind. He's got like 6 points right now.
Goals.
And he scored yesterday.
He's got 13 points.
During that tournament?
Yeah. He's the leading scorer in the tournament. Zegras?
No, I'm talking about Turcotte.
Oh, Turcotte. Yeah, he's got a goal and 4 or 5 assists.
So he's getting there. You know what I mean? He's getting better and better game after game.
He's got 5 points. Goal and 4 assists.
Yeah. But again, it's all about Zegras there.
So good. The guy that was really quiet yesterday was Gunnar.
What team is only him? I think the team of Sweden. You know what I mean? Like you did not see a lot from Holtz. You did not see a lot from. It was terrible. The penalty
didn't do anything.
Penalty shot was terrible.
Who was that?
The penalty shot. It was terrible from Sweden.
Was it Soderstrom?
Yeah, that's he beat Spencer Knight.
I know he beat him.
Knight was on his butt completely, and then he made the fake from left to right when he came on his backhands. He dropped the puck in the corner.
I wonder if they have a picture of that. That was crazy.
I know.
Yeah. So it sets up an interesting matchups for the finals here. So the quarterfinals we see, I didn't realize there's no games today. That's terrible. So tomorrow, 9 a.m., we see 12 Eastern, Russia versus Germany. Who do you think will win that?
Russia 7-1.
I think Germany's going to win 4-1. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. Russia should dominate them. We've seen a different Germany, so I think they might be a little bit more competitive, but I don't think they have enough to compete against Russia head on. It'll be interesting to see that line, though. Like that one line is real good, but that's about it.
Winner of that game pick up the winner between Canada and Czech.
That's bad. So theoretically, we could have Russia versus Canada is what we expect.
Yeah.
Yikes. So you've got Finland and Sweden. At this point, what do you think? I feel like Finland's getting stronger and Sweden's getting worse.
Too much talent on the Sweden team, I believe. And I think it would be like, it could be a game only 3-2.
Yeah, it could be a very close game. I feel like the Swedes are fading.
I think Sweden is going to come back there.
Because of day off?
I just feel like, I think Finland, you see yesterday.
Canada really dominated them, but I don't think Sweden. I think what you saw too against Sweden and Russia, and then even the US, is that Sweden can be overwhelmed.
Here's the point when I want to mention this. Maybe I could be wrong, or maybe I'm wrong a lot of time, and I could be wrong again tomorrow. But the reason why Finland didn't have a lot of opposition from good team. They only got Canada yesterday. You can see they could not do much yesterday. So for me, that's the reason why I said Sweden's going to go through Finland, because I believe overall Sweden is a bit better to Finland.
Yeah, for sure. I think the one thing that I question, for as much as Canada dominated them, the score was not really run up, and the goalie played well, and they played really well defensively. And the one weakness I think we see in Sweden, this is why I'm kind of questioning it, is you can pressure them, and they don't like it, and they don't respond. And we saw Russia was actually faster than them. Now, Finland, I don't think has as much talent as either Canada or Russia.
I'll be honest with you, for me.
I think Sweden should come through, but I'm kind of not sure.
Yeah, you, of course, you're right, but I don't think so. I don't see where Finland can beat Sweden. Sweden have very talent overall to get there. Now, I could be wrong because, Sweden, but I think right now, so to beat Finland, like I said, 3-2, 4-2, and empty net, maybe. Again, could be wrong, but I think that's my.
So Pierre's thinking it'll be Sweden versus USA.
Again, it's a funny tournament, right? They play 4 games at the end of the day, right? And you have at the beginning of the tournament, you can see USA struggle, see Sweden dominate, and then after 2 games, everybody else, now you get Sweden struggle, you get Russia inconsistency, great game, bad game, good game, bad game, or bad game, good game. And then you have USA did not start the tournament well. Like Spencer and I was maybe one of the worst game of his life, I think, first game. And then he came back, and now you can see USA stronger and stronger and stronger. I would not be surprised at the end of the tournament is going to be USA versus Canada.
Yeah, I definitely think that's probably what should happen at this point. I think Canada should get by Russia. Obviously, no guarantees, because if anybody's as talented as Canada, it might be Russia. But I think overall, all things being equal, they'll figure out Askarov. He's too erratic in the net, and I think they'll get him moving. And so I think in the end, it might be a pretty tough game, but I think Canada will win that. I think Canada showed yesterday for 2 periods, listen, we got another gear and we're going to overwhelm you. And I think that comes out against Russia.
So USA is going to beat Slovakia.
Yeah, I think that's obvious.
Big score. I always see like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I think that's obvious.
And then Slovakia, and then after that, USA have to go through Sweden. And I think USA is going to get. It'll be a close game, this one. I'll be honest with you. The game of the semifinals is more about Sweden versus USA.
So which goalie starts against Finland for Sweden?
I think they'll go back with the regular one.
The Alstad?
Yeah.
Avonstad? I don't know, man. I think I would go with Wallstad.
Yeah, but at that moment, I think they will. It's like exactly happening with Spencer Knight. You know what I mean? Overall, we'll see what happening. Is it good? And
I thought he
everybody's going to have a day off today, so everybody's going to be rest. You'll be able to have the same quality time, and what we said to you. And then, we should have 2 days off for sure. But at the end of the day, I think it will be very interesting to see those games. I think the game between Finland and Sweden is the game of the day tomorrow.
And I misspoke before. Allenfeld is not drafted by Florida. He's drafted by Tampa.
Okay. I was surprised when you said that because
I think I misunderstood what they were saying yesterday, which is that they're both Florida goalies, like they're in the state of Florida.
Yeah, maybe because honestly, the goalie is really Devon Levy is drafted by Florida Panthers.
Oh, is he drafted by Florida?
Yeah, 7th-round pick, 192, 193 overall pick.
Got it. Yeah, so I think they were saying that.
Yeah, that's maybe what you got there. Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. So it's a great tournament so far. Now we jump really on the great one. I think the second round will be great, and then after that, the third round, where semifinal is going to be 2 great games, and then we'll go all the way to the final. It's going to be January 5th. Look like it's going to be like what, Monday, Tuesday, and so that's very interesting. Yep, we'll see with if I ask you before we leave here, we have maybe a couple of minutes. What are your MVP so far of that tournament? If I, mention players you believe they are right now in the race for the MVP of the tournament.
Zegras, Stützle, and Cousins.
Who's the last one?
Dylan Cousins.
Okay.
You're on mute again. Or it doesn't say mute, but it's like the whole audio cut out.
Okay.
There you go.
I believe Cousin have a good tournament, but if I have to pick a player from Canada right now, I'll go with Barron.
Really?
Yeah.
Barron, wow.
No, Byram.
Oh, Byram.
Byron, yeah. Byron.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah. So I think I'll be the one over there. Now I'm going to add, I will not go with the Germany players.
I don't know. He's the best player in the tournament.
But again, when you get the MVP, they're going to go all the way to the end. And I think right now Zegras is really one that dominates.
He's been right there with Stützle. Like he's right there, 13 points in 4 games. But Stützle in a really tough situation has 10 points in 4 games. Here, let me show you this. Hold on.
I'll be honest with you. Before the day yesterday, I would say to you, Lundell was one of my top 5 for sure.
He's up there, but
he did not do really well yesterday. And then you have to go maybe with Sweden. But again, Sweden, yet nobody showing up yesterday. So it'd be very interesting. Yeah, I think you're right about Germany kids for sure. Peterka was him also. So you have, it's like more like a trio you can see right there. Line, Elias and Peterka and Sazol. But again, at the end of the day, I don't see anybody can beat right now Zegras.
No, I think if you're picking one, then it's probably Zegras.
Yeah.
They're probably going to go to the final. It's logical that they should.
Yeah.
And he's been the best player on that team. Because if you look at the rest of the team, they're not doing that great.
For the USA?
USA? No way. Yeah, like they don't really look at where's the next leading scorer? It's Cam York way down here.
Yeah. They are not like, how many goals?
Like Boldy's had a good tournament with 4 goals, but he's benefiting from Zegras, right? So now compare that to Canada. Tomasino has been like so good.
He was quiet yesterday, but I think one thing you have to give him credit you have to give credit for him for the minute play per game. See, his TOI is maybe the worst TOI on the most top 15 scorer right there.
When he was on the ice, I'm like, why is this guy not playing more? He is.
That's my point. Like, you know what I mean? So I think he you know what I mean, like for a goal in that tournament, he's maybe the top 5, five best scorer in this tournament as a goaler, as a scorer.
Like he should be getting more ice time, in my opinion. Like if you look at him, he's more effective than Byfield shift to shift.
Yeah,
he's as good as Krebs, and Krebs has been very good. And Krebs moved to center, but Tomasino can play center. You can see, like Tomasino is a very talented player.
So I really like Mercer is really consistent there.
He's got like that skilled grinder, right? Like
I really like him.
You can always count on him every shift. Yeah, I really like him. McMichael's been good.
I did not like I said no like is, but I don't see really well. I don't see Perfetti there.
Perfetti, honestly, is
he's a small.
He's not a great skater.
I don't know. I watched him a little bit more yesterday, and I said, "Wow, I don't see like." I don't know. Like again, I could be wrong, honestly. You know what I mean? But overall,
he is what he is. He's very high. He's intelligent. He's highly talented with the puck. He's not a great skater, and he doesn't pursue the puck.
Now, yesterday we have to mention this. New Hook left the game at the middle of the game, I believe.
Yeah,
he did not return, so that's another thing we have to look about that. I really like what Jacob Peltier does for Canada so far.
This is where you start realizing the depth, right? Like when we're criticized Perfetti, and he's over, he's a very good player.
Yeah,
but compared to Peltier, compare it to Newhook, compare it to McMichael, compare it to Mercer, you're like, he's okay.
Yeah, that's my point. That's exactly what. Yeah, you read my mind. That's what I want to. That was the way I want to try to express to you. That's exactly this.
That's what I feel too. I agree.
You're absolutely right. I'm so I agree with you because that's the way I was thinking. I said, all right, he's maybe not the top 9 on that team for sure.
I agree. I think Tomasino's been better.
Yeah, overall, yes. I think he brings more on the team compared to him. I know the players like also the same prototype player right now for USC did not produce well. We see his name right now is Kazilea.
Kaliev has been junk.
You know what I mean? Like we expect him to Caulfield score a goal. That's what they are, a sniper and more prolific scorer, and they didn't produce anything else. Both of them have only 1 goal in that tournament. The quality player they are, I don't know. I'm curious about what really Cole Caulfield will do because right now he's struggling.
I think that you're seeing.
It's a back-to-back year.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like he's got points, but it's like the easier points, right? Like he's skilled, but he's obviously very tiny.
But when you talk about a prototype player like him, he's supposed to score like he should be about 2-3 goals in that tournament.
I think I agree with you. I mean, I think you're seeing like Kaliev is a one-trick pony, right?
Kaliev, so I will ask this question. I will ask this question to you, okay? If you play against USA tomorrow, example, and you really shut down Zegras, they are in the trouble tomorrow. They're going to be in the trouble.
I mean, this is why I was saying before, the gap between Zegras and everybody else on the team is huge.
Right now, it's huge. It should not be that way.
No, on paper it should not. Now Beniers is doing stuff that's not showing up, I think, so he's been very good, but
he had really good first 2 games, and then the last 2
been okay.
Yeah,
and then but he does stuff, but he's not offensively getting points. Turcotte we see does stuff, and he's not getting points that you would want. So I think that you're right. Like you could. It won't be the solution, but I think you definitely make a point of shutting down Zegras. Like you put a Dawson Mercer on Zegras, what's going to happen?
Exactly, that's my point. Like you put like any opponent team play USA, you almost like put 1 or 2 guy on him. You know what? We don't give him like more like a guy just shadow him all the time on the neutral zone every time that, and you play a man-to-man on defensive side for be sure you don't cover him, and you be sure you don't give him any space. The chance are more to win the game versus USA. If not, because right now you have only 13 points on full game. He has maybe 30-40% all the points from USA, maybe.
Like, listen, he's a player that will probably find a way. However, if I put Dawson Mercer against him, Dawson Mercer is going to be like a dog on a bone. He's gonna irritate him, make sure he doesn't get pucks. He can skate with them, and he's just going to be in his face, and he's bigger and stronger.
So it'll be interesting what happened. We're going to go back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock Eastern time to talk about the quarterfinals of this junior for tomorrow for sure. We're going to bring more what's going on, what your expectation, prediction, everything like that for the day tomorrow. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for what I think for junior tournament so far. I don't know if you need to add something else.
I think I'm just going to point out, like, if you look at Raymond, he's for Sweden. For me, he's really kind of underperformed.
Again, you can always to go with points because I think some players, you know what I mean? Like, you really tell me, like, Novak have 3 points, he performed more to Raymond. I don't think so. I think Raymond played well for Sweden. Again, I think that
for all of what these two guys are capable of, you got 2 goals between Holtz and Raymond. And with that, Sweden ain't winning nothing.
Yeah, I understand. But again, that's Sweden who is carrying on right now until yesterday by Gunnar.
Well, they've lost 2 games in a row.
Yeah. But again, at the beginning, it was Gunnar, he was carrying on that team all the time. You have 3-4 goals?
4, yeah. But
4. So,
like, if they're not winning anything.
So, for sure, Sweden want to go through it. You have to be sure their best players step up. Like you talk about Holtz, Raymond, and then Soderstrom, and you can go with the big guy in front of the net, and then you have Gunnar over there. So they have to go showing up. But again,
I really think it's those 2 guys. I mean, those are 2 guys that should be getting points every game. Like, if they're not,
again, like I would turn around to you with Carlson, how many points he has, Carlson? 11?
Yeah.
Okay, now he got point against Germany. He got point again, from
well, he got points
Switzerland, and he can go like this. Like Canada played 3 games where it was not strong, and then Sweden have to play 2
every game. I mean, Cousins
almost 3 games on the 4. So it's not compared for the point. I think what they play on the role inside their team, we maybe expect more from Holtz and Raymond at the end of the day. But still, I think I would not judge Sweden on the last 2 games. I think they will come back stronger, better. And you're going to see that the next game you're going to see really if Holtz and Raymond have a bad tournament or not. If you don't do anything there, then maybe team out, and that may be the one is going to be the reason why the team did not go all the way at the semifinals.
For sure. That's why I'm saying, like, they have not looked good against the 2 best teams, and they're not going to beat Finland if they're not up to snuff.
Yeah. Sound good. So thanks again, everybody, to be here with us today. We look forward to see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern time. We wish everybody again Happy New Year. Mike, Constance, what are you doing? Let's do it. Be ready for tomorrow morning for the quarterfinals of the WJC. Have an amazing, great day, everybody.